There is still considerable disagreement in Parliament as to what the Supreme Court truly meant when it ordered the House to expunge the names of Gyakye Quayson from its records. NDC and NPP MPs have been haggling on the extent of the Apex Court's directive.
Mr. Speaker, I don't know if I did not read the directive of the Supreme Court properly. The Supreme Court is asking for the name of a particular person to be expunged from the records as a member of Parliament. It is not my understanding that everything else that he has participated in doing in this House should be null and void, or that he has never been in this House. If you read the wording, it just says expunge his name from the records as a member of Parliament. If you recall, Mr. Speaker, several provisions state that the fact that the legality of a member is questioned does not nullify what has happened in this House.
To expunge from the records of Parliament his name and anything associated with him. That presupposes that Parliament should consider him not having been here at all. And Mr. Speaker, I say this with reference to Article 2(3) of our Constitution that says that the orders of the Supreme Court pursuant to such an application ought to be followed rigidly.
The Speaker has acknowledged this difficulty. He initially directed that James Quayson's name be maintained in Parliament's record.
Honorable Ablakwa has a case. Until we finally decide, the second part of what we are expected to do, the first part was the vacancy that has been created. That there is no controversy over. But the second part, that's the second leg we are struggling with. How do we expunge his name? And that's what I think you need to come in as Parliament. And clearly this morning you showed that there's really the need for us to think through this matter. I will advise and direct, in addition, the table office to still allow the name to appear until we finally decide on how to expunge the name. They said as a member of Parliament for Ascent North constituency. So we'll work on that.
But he beat a retreat almost immediately.
And so it can no longer appear in the votes and proceedings are still existing. There is no member now for Ascent North constituency. And so that cannot be captured in the votes and proceedings. And I think he's right. I think he's right. The challenge that we have is what to do with the rest of the name in the other records. And so those of you saying prospective, you know, when you are talking about prospective, there's nothing to delete or expunge because it doesn't exist at all. When you are talking about prospective, you only expunge something that is on record. And so I want to be guided on that because there are consequences. There is an effect, and we have to look at it together. Consequently, I have to review my order. Gyakye Quayson should, as from yesterday, not be captured in the votes and proceedings of the House.